Bon dia, my friends. Good morning. Another day, another gym day, and today was chest. Um, so, so by the way, this is my second cardio of the day. I'm trying to, when I'm working, during weekdays, it's not exactly easy for me to do cardio because I'm working. Although I have a standing desk, as you can see. Um, I find it a bit hard to actually work and do the cardio effectively. But I will try to basically include this cardio during my working schedule because my purpose is to make 1 hour of cardio every day, split into two half an hour parts. And when I stop working, it's the end of the afternoon, I can put one cardio session, like half an hour, because I don't have enough time to make one full hour. But then I can't place another half an hour afterwards because, I gotta take my kids, I gotta pick up my kids, I need to, work on, dinner, and then I have my gaming live stream, so I have no way of actually putting that there. But on the weekends, I usually manage to do that. Yesterday, I came from the gym around 10:30 a.m. Then I probably just grabbed a coffee. I gave breakfast to the kids, and probably it wasn't even 11 a.m. when I did my first cardio session, half an hour. And this is just zone 2 cardio, okay? As you can see, I can talk perfectly without being out of breath. And then after lunch, probably around, I lunched around 1 p.m., 1-ish, 1:30 p.m. at most. And if I'm not mistaken, around 2:30 p.m., I did my second cardio run, another half an hour, and then I took a shower, and that was it. Today, I actually went to the gym a little bit earlier than usual. I usually try to stay in bed for around, 9, 8:30, 9, something like that, so that I can get, enjoy bedtime a little bit more. But today, I actually got up at 8 a.m. And because of that, basically what I did was, as soon as my clock hit 9 a.m., actually close to 9 a.m., I just went to the gym. And when I got to the gym, beautiful, almost empty. 99% of the machines were free because what most people do is they go to the gym and they go to do cardio first. So you'll when I got to the gym, there were like 2 or 3 bikes occupied by somebody doing cardio, and I think there was like only one machine being used. So my favorite chest cable machine was free, so I just went there, and then I came here. So I did a shorter session. I'll just talk about that after this, but I did a shorter session. So I went to the gym. I remember my phone beeps every hour, and I remember that I was at the street already on my way to the gym when I heard my phone going beep, and I went, okay, 9 a.m. And I got out from the gym, and I was actually in the street when I heard my phone going beep, and I went, okay, it's 10 a.m. So I stayed at the gym a bit less than an hour, and then I got home, so very close to 10 a.m. And I took a coffee, and I basically sat on my bike to do my first round of cardio by 10:15, and it's currently 11:44 and I've been doing my cardio for a bit more than 5 minutes. So basically I did a cardio up to, 15 to 12 to 11, and I basically waited for around 45 minutes, and I went, you know what? I feel good. Let's just put the second cardio session right now, and I can wrap up this day and I'll be done. Because apparently the recommendation for cardio is, give me a second, I'm going to remove this. Here we go. So apparently the recommendation for cardio is around, I think it's 3 hours a week? Something like that. So I try to go above that, obviously. But I think I heard a guy called Peter Attia, and I believe he stated that if you do I think it's half an hour or 45 minutes of cardio a day, you're done by 5 days a week, right? So from Monday to Friday, you're done. Something like that. So I basically wrote that on my cheat sheet, and I found out that if I do half an hour of cardio every single day, so of the 7 days of a week, right, I am reaching the recommended cardio session of the week. Now, obviously, if you can go a little bit beyond that, right, and that's what I'm trying to do, 1 hour each day. And I used to do in batches of 15 minutes, not batches, in 15-minute parts. But I heard that the very least that you should do is half an hour, because not at the moment, because I had already a cardio session 45 minutes ago. So my body, although it's in a rested, when I started this cardio, my body was in a rested situation, but I think it was still with a few things from my last cardio. So when I did my first cardio after the gym, the time it took me to get this tired, like I'm at the moment, was longer than now. And I believe that was because of the last cardio session. And they say that because of the amount of time that your body takes to reach a good heart rate, a 15-minute cardio session is not as great as doing a half an hour one, and best would be 1 hour. So I might aim in the future for 1 hour cardio sessions, so that my body stays at a good heart rate for longer, which is what you want. So let's say that your body takes 10 minutes or 15 minutes to get into that sweet spot of cardio, whatever thingy. So you're only taking 15 minutes of sweet spot. So you'll ramp up to a good cardio heart rate, and that will give your body advantages of whatever the thing is doing. So it takes you 15 minutes. So if you do a half an hour cardio session, that means that your body is only taking 15 minutes of a good heart rate thingy. And if you do 2 sessions of half an hour, you'll still take another 15 minutes to take advantage of another 15. So out of 1 hour of cardio, your body is only taking advantage of half an hour of proper heart rate. But if you do a full 1 hour, so you'd still have that ramp up of 15 minutes. I'm not sure if it's 15 minutes, I'm just throwing a number out. So that means that the rest of the 45 minutes, your body's taking advantage of the heart rate. So same 1 hour, the difference between 2 parts and 1 part is that in 2 parts, you would take, according to my wrong mathematics, you would take advantage of half an hour. If you do a full hour, you take advantage of 45 minutes. So that's a 50% increase, okay? So that's why it's better to do a 1 hour cardio versus half an hour. And if you go 15 minutes and your body takes around 15 minutes to get to that heart rate, you probably won't get the results that you want. So that's why. Now, 10 minutes after this conversation has started, let's discuss my gym session. Now, much like yesterday, I don't know if you watched my video yesterday, but much like yesterday, I'm still suffering from being 1.5 weeks without doing any kind of exercise. So I want to kind of ease in. So again, like yesterday, I focused on 3 exercises, and I also focused on, and I did 1 single arm exercise. And now, yesterday I was watching a video from Jeff Cavalier from Athlete X, something like that. And he was discussing his chest issues or growth issues. And his premise is you should only work, or you are very good. Let's make a good word for this. It's very efficient if you just work on inclined chest. And the reason behind that, if I understood it correctly, but feel free to just go to his channel and double down on that, is that whenever you do an inclined chest exercise, you are focusing on your upper chest area, but you are also doing some workout for the other part of the chest. And apparently, through other types of exercises that you do throughout your workouts, you kind of go around and work a little bit of your chest, but your upper chest area is not as well worked. So if you want to basically promote your overall chest to be grown, you are very well, if you just do, probably just is not a good word, but if you focus on inclined chest more and less on the rest, you're going to see that happening. I had already, who was it? I had already followed up an advice from probably Jeff Calvary again, where you should start with the exercise that promotes what you want to improve more. So let's say that you want to improve your quads, right? So whenever you do leg day, your first exercise should be quads, because that's when you're fresher and you can do a much better workout or set. When you go to your second exercise, you're a little more fatigued. So your efficiency on the second exercise will not be as good as the first. So if you really want to focus on a specific muscle of your body, on that day, your first exercise should be that muscle, or to trigger that muscle. Again, I don't want to get accused of you don't know what you're saying, so keep that in mind, okay? Just go research for yourself. So with that in mind, today, and you most likely have seen that, what did I do? I got my cable machine, my favorite cable machine, free. So it was free. So I went, okay, I'm gonna go there and let's go. And I started with, let's see if I'm right. I think I am. Let's see. Oh yeah. So I started with, can you see it? Some cable flies going up. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to stay a little bit on the top and then go down, kind of in a controlled area. And I don't know if you can really spot it, but I'm trying to put my chest up, right? So that I'm kind of forcing my chest to be the thing that it's working, right? So if you cave your chest when you're doing that, you're putting your shoulders to work. But if you put your chest up and you do that, you're probably forcing your chest to actually make the work. And I try to do that. And I actually felt it a little bit better, which is theoretically good, right? Because I actually watched a video one of these days from probably Mike Israetel, where he actually stated that when you're doing chest and you are, supported by a bench, for instance, you need to tuck your what do you say? I don't know how you say that, but your back, right? You need to put your chest up, and you need to basically raise your chest up in a way that you actually get an arch on your back. Don't overreact it or don't exaggerate on the arch, because you probably can hurt yourself. But try to sustain your weight on the back, put your shoulders back, chest up, and then go at it. Now, if you lose your chest being up, one way you can do it is when you're locking your weight on top, you can just go back, tuck your shoulders back, chest up, and then continue the movement. That was one of his suggestions. But on the cable fly up that I was doing, I tried to focus on getting my chest up and then do the fly up as best as I could. Now, I had my weight down or downer. I had less weight than my usual fly up because 2 reasons. First, I just came out of a week and a half without exercising, so I want to minimize my injuries or my injury probability. But again, since I was focusing on having a good movement, right? So technique, so chest up, shoulders back, and just focus on the movement going up, right? So I just hit the table, which wobbled the camera. So going the movement really up, I placed my weight a little bit down. It still was very challenging. Actually, on the second and third set, I did 3 sets only. On the second and third set, I was not able to finish the movement. I would get like halfway. So I was basically doing lengthened partials, right? So going all the way back, letting my chest get stretched, and then go. But at the less repetitions of the second and third set, I was going like halfway, and that was it. So to me, that's a good thing. So that was my inclined chest fly, so to speak, right? When you bring the cable and go up. So you're supposedly training your upper chest. Next. Now, I did not focus on the lower area of the chest, but I did, and okay, let's go to the right video. So I then did basically normal flies. Can you see that? So that's basically it. There you go. So that's normal flies, right? Same thing, or I try to do the same thing, which is chest out, shoulders back, and try to focus on the movement, right? Try to stay there for some time, right? And then go all the way back to a stretch position. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to stretch my chest as much as, so that's why the cables are behind me. I've seen people there going parallel to the cables and just do it. Now, you probably don't get the stretch, because in order to get the stretch, you need the cables or the weight to be behind you, right? So when your arm goes behind you, you're stretching your chest. So what I do is I grab the cables, I take 1 step forward, right? And then I go all the way back, stretching my chest, and then go all the way. I try to stay in front for where it seems half an hour, but it's like half a second. Go there, and then go back. Now, this is something I need to work on, because I need to stay in the stretch position. I think I should be something like, and I need to try to understand this a little bit better, because theoretically, or probably not theoretically, it's proven probably, you should be at the stretch position for some time, like 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then continue there and go back. In fact, if you're doing lengthened partials, You won't even go all the way in front. You'll just go here and you'll go back. But I think the lengthened partials are not supposed to be working on all exercise that you do. I think. Check that out. But because when you're doing flies and you go all the way to the front, you feel your chest here pressing, right? You feel it. And that to me means you're working it out. So if you only go halfway, you're never going to get the feeling. I'm not saying that you're not working it out, but you're not going to get that feeling that your chest is doing the work here in this middle area. So that's why on the flies I go all the way, chest up, all the way, and then go back. So that's basically it. And then, so 3 sets of fly up, 3 sets of normal flies, and then I went to another available kettlebell machine that there's there, which was a great thing that was available, because if I had took 30 seconds longer to go to that machine, it would be occupied. Because sometimes people like to use the cable machines as normal cable machines. Guys, don't do that. There are cable machines throughout the gym. Use those. If you want to use, only use chest or, double cable machines if there's no one else or none other cable machine available. But sometimes people don't do that. It bothers me a little bit. Okay, so what did I do? So I went to the other cable machine, which has the cables like in a 90-degree angle. And I placed a bench. Can you see that? Okay. There's a bench. You looked at me going chest up. And then I tried to do press. So I'm basically doing an inclined press on this cable machine. Now, why am I doing this on a cable machine instead of going into bench press? Very, very simple. With a bar, you can't go below your shoulders because your bar will touch your chest. And if you look close, I am moving, well, probably not on this set specifically, but I try to go as low as I can. So I have the cables here, right? I try to go all the way back here and then go all the way back here. So if your cables, if your handles with a cable or a dumbbell are here, if you had a bar, it would beat your chest, so it would touch your chest and you'd be here. With a cable or a dumbbell, it can go all the way back here. So that extra palm stretches your chest much, much more. That's why I did that. And then I just ended with one of my favorite exercises, to be honest, which is the overhead triceps extension. See that? Go all the way back and then push it forward. Go all the way back, push it forward. That really fries the triceps. Now, since I'm still, so these first 3 days, so yesterday, today, and tomorrow, are going to be like a soothing in type of thing. I only did one exercise for triceps, and I will probably go, and I need to think about if I do either a single arm day like Sam Sulek and many others, but Sam Sulek is famous for that, or I actually integrate the arms in another day. I need to check that. Another thing that I changed, well, not changed, I kept it as I did yesterday, but it's different from what I used to do. I'm doing 12 repetitions for each set versus the usual 8. But one thing that I need to do is, for instance, let's say that I do a row, right? 12 reps on today. 12 reps, 15 reps. And on the 4th day, so back, chest, legs, back again, right? So when I go to back again on the 2nd time of the week, instead of going for 15 reps on the row, so same type of movement, not exactly the same movement, but same type of movement, Instead of going for 15 reps, put the weight up and go for 5 reps. Okay, that way, what I'm doing is in the same week, for the same area, I'm training both more in the resistant type thing, like 15, 20 reps, and at the same time, more in a strength type thing. So for 3, 4, 5 reps, you know what I mean? Which is like the best of both worlds. But I haven't done that so far, and I need to try to go there. Guys, it's been 25 minutes. I'm doing my cardio. I'm tired, and I gotta go. And I hope to see you all tomorrow for leg day. Guys, take care. Cheers.